All right, we over here in North Dallas, Mr. Biggest Restaurant with a good friend of mine, which he's gonna tell you more about his feelings about me later on in this this interview. Well, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. Who we speaking to today?
Hey, I'm Jayson Dixon, owner and operator of Push, promoting till something happens. How y'all doing today?
All right, so like you're looking healthy and everything, you know. So I haven't seen you in about a couple of years, I'm guessing.
Nah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute that you see me. We talk all the time, though.
Yeah. So we come here today to ask you a couple of questions as DJ OreO gets ready to release his last album, the 7th album. And so how you want to say you've known DJ OreO?
Man, I think it's been about 4 years. 3 years that we actually started talking. 4 years that we were doing business in the same circle. But somebody didn't like me because they didn't know me. We won't say no names though. So finally when we did get sit down and talk, I think ever since then we've been close friends from start to finish.
Yeah, so what would you say, why you think he probably didn't like you?
Based on numerous things, you know, people talking, people have a lot to say when I tell everybody every day, like, before you take what somebody else says, get to know me, because a lot of things that you hear, just because I don't speak out against them, doesn't mean that they true. Understandable.
So, in the years that you've known DJ OreO, what would you say about his grind, or like, I would say like, what are your likes and dislikes, or what can he improve in? You know, we're just keeping it real out here today.
I think he's a great artist. I think his hustle game is pretty good. Like he said, he's a grindaholic, but then sometimes he does kind of slack a little bit on some of the stuff that he does. I think he can pick it up a little bit in some areas, understand business a little bit more and how that stuff actually works for him. Understand what the value of his investment is, because, you know, you got to learn, everybody has to learn that though, that you have to understand if you put $300 in, you're only going to get $300 worth of value out.
Right.
Whatever you put in is what you're going to get out, regardless of what anybody say about you, regardless of whatever happens. Like I told him, you have to sit back here and make it work for you.
Right.
Hold on for 1 second.
All right. So the PUSH is, what's it mainly stand for?
Promote until something happens.
I like that. I know you did the emblem one time with the man pushing the
globe.
Yeah.
But that's good, because that led into what we're doing now. YouPushGlobal.com. Like, I kind of got out of the little circles everybody knows me to be in. That's why I don't care about that circle, because that circle makes no money and they don't want to pay for nothing. They want everything for free. If you don't give it to them, they're going to talk about you. That's just simple as it is. They're going to tell everybody you did something to them, but don't tell them that you was out there grinding, pushing your back and spending your own money to help try to make them a success.
Right.
So you take that and like I tell you all the time, I tell DJ OreO all the time, man, you got to get away from that circle if you truly want to succeed and start getting around the people that understand that if I ask you to do something, I know I got to pay you for it.
Right.
I'm not asking you to do nothing for free, but you also have to understand the concept of free is a very valuable thing.
Right.
If you invest your time into something, it will always put its time back in. But you have to evaluate what you put your time into to make it work for you.
So let's say you've been in the game for, on a timeline, when you think you probably started?
I started in 09. I know exactly. In 09 is when I walked away from Verizon to get this thing off the ground. So we're looking at 6.5 years straight.
And you would say that things are way different than they were? Easier, harder?
Man, things right now for me is a whole lot easier. I got hooked up with, we just started a new group, kind of like the Chamber of Commerce, called the Empire Business Group. And it's a group of young men like myself, but mixed, white, black, oriental, that we all are working together to build a system that helps business owners build.
Right.
If you guys get a chance, we have a meeting every Tuesday. It's in Keller, so you might want to invest in the gas to get out there, but it'd be well worth it on the networking respect.
Right. Let's like really be specific and honest. What do you really feel about the Dallas scene in music, opposed to when you started to how it is now?
Man, you got to get me beat up when you put this out there. They don't really want to know my opinion about it. One thing that I've always pushed, and this is just being real, you can talk to every artist that I know, they'll tell you straight up. I tell them, like, you want to get outside of this city first, because everybody in this city is a rapper, everybody in this city is an artist, everybody in this city is trying to do something. But I learned just from dealing with people like WSTB, dealing with people that are majorly blowing up, and dealing with other artists everywhere else. You kind of want to get outside of your city and blow up, because this city won't respect you until you're big somewhere else. If you're not already a name here, it's going to be hard to be a name here, because they'll pay us, the people here, before they ever think about paying you. But then you have to understand this as well. The people that are getting paid, no disrespect to them at all, because they grinded hard to earn that name, and they put the work in to earn that respect. So if you're out here and you think that just because you're printing off CDs and because you're selling CDs in the streets, that's making a bit of a difference anywhere, it doesn't. The number one thing that I'm trying to get these artists to understand is called investment. Now, I have artists that probably see this video and be like, man, he's a scam artist, he's this and that, but they won't tell you the other part of what really went down. And I'm not going to discuss that right now. I'm just telling you, if you accept what they say, we'll never work together. You'll never find out what I really do.
Right. So with me just listening to you talk, let's say if I just got me, a studio, I'm making beats, I'm ready to rap, and I say, hey, Mr. Jayson, if I want to make it out of here, what first 3 steps I need to make? First step is get your business together. A DBA means nothing to people who actually do business. If you're not LLC'd, INC'd, if you aren't legally seen as a business in the state of Texas or in any state, they really don't care to fuck with you. Let's be honest. Right. The second part of that is get your budget together for marketing and promotions. Because let me tell you something. As an artist, I tell every artist, distribution, I'll give you that shit for free. Because me and Mysterious ENT, we got our own distributors. My label, shout out to Dino. At the end of the day, live music, shout out to Knowledge, we got our own distributors, and our music is moving. Right. So we'll give you the distribution for free, but if you come to me and tell me that you don't have a budget for marketing and promotion that's not at least minimum $450 a month, then you're not really doing nothing anyway. Right. And you gotta understand that. Even though you're an artist, this is still business. This is a business game. Right. And that's just what it is. Right. And that final step? The final step is grind. Don't let nobody stop you. I don't care if they talk bad about you. They can tell, listen, the little circle that do all the talking is just what it is. A little circle that is irrelevant to everything in the game. That little tip, I tell it, this is one of the stories I tell, and I told OreO this before too. At the end of the day, think about Verizon. Think about any cell phone company. Why do they got a retention department and a complaints department? The reason why is because it's always going to be somebody that talk. Always somebody who's unhappy with the... always about somebody who's unhappy with the services. Always going to be somebody. Right. At the end of the day, if you give up because a little 10% of the people are talking bad about you, you'll never get on top of your goal. Right. There's no way that you can build a business and not have somebody talk about you. Because guess what? If you're talking about you, that means you're doing something right. Whether you owe them money or don't owe it, guess what? Every company is in debt somewhere. They owe somebody. Right. Somebody will always have the right to say that. But don't stop pushing your dreams, because there's people out there that you're really doing work for and that's really supporting you that want to see you make it. We'll conclude, you know what I'm saying, this time that we wasted with you, Hey, this wasted is wasted. I take that as well. Right, but you did speak some knowledge that, you know what I'm saying, that I want people to understand that, you can learn from. When I started this, I just wanted people to know, it's knowledge behind it. I might have not been big behind it, but at the same time, I ain't letting no other stop me from what I love to do. And we appreciate your time for, you said something the other day on Facebook you said something the other day, I can't remember verbatim, but it basically was like, don't let nobody stop the dream. I told you that months ago, like, don't let nobody stop the dream that God gave you. Right. He gave it to you for a reason. It ain't for everybody to see. It's for you to see. Hold on, babe. It's for you to see. Right. If you don't do this and you don't make it happen, nobody's gonna make it happen. Right. If the people in your circle aren't telling you this on a daily basis, all they're telling you is the negative, they're just telling you what everybody has to say about you, what everybody's talking bad about you, then you need to remove those people from that circle. Right. Because your mindset should be like, I don't care if who's talking. I got something to do. Right. And before we, I know your time is money. Before we go, just a couple of shout outs to some people that that's been there for you and people you networking with.
Shout out to my Empire group. Shout out to my baby. You know, she stands behind me no matter what. We may fight and argue, but she's always there. Yeah. Shout out to my business partner Dino, Knowledge from Wild Music. Shout out to the people who stepped on me and talked about me, because y'all been my motivators for the most part. Like, y'all keep it going regardless of what y'all say about me. I always say negative talk is, any publicity is good publicity. I don't care if it's good, bad, or ugly. Just keep talking. Right.
Appreciate the time, Jayson, and we hope that you at least pick up the album in December. You know, if you don't pick it up, I know where you stay, work at, and sleep at.
That's cool. Just let me know when it's released. You know,
we got you. We might look at this spot here. We already looking at some spots, you know, to do the album release and listening party. So we definitely will link up with you.
Okay.
Appreciate the time, man.
Thanks for the interview, man.
All right.
Riding high with 15s in the back, bro. Pipes so loud you can hear me when I'm on a go. 10, 11.